keeping it real. So please tap in, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure your notification bell says all so that when I go live, you will get notified. Okay? What's going on, good people? What's going on? Listen, while I'm getting dressed today, we're going to talk a little bit. We're just going to have a little conversation. Okay? I'm not going to keep y'all on here long. I just want to have a little conversation with y'all right quick, right? Just to uplift you some and to make you, try to make you feel good about you. Okay? So, listen, I titled this video, Being Comfortable with Yourself. Being comfortable being yourself, right? Because some of us, we don't have it. We just don't have it. Let's be clear about that. And we have to learn how to be open and honest with ourselves. We don't have what it takes to be open and honest with ourselves. Okay? And we got to get to a place where we do. Okay? And some of us, you know what? Some of us we allow people to put us in a bad place. We allow people to beat us down, you know? And because of that, we end up feeling, you know, just not feeling right about ourselves. Okay? I wanna tell you some things that you can do so that you can begin to feel good about you, right? Challenge yourself. Okay? What I mean by that, when I say challenge yourself, I mean, I'm getting ready to give you some things that you could try that'll make you feel comfortable with you, about you, okay? Excuse me. One of the things that you could do, that you could start doing, right? So you could become comfortable with yourself, is start doing things that make you uncomfortable, okay? That's one thing that really worked for me, is doing things that I normally would be uncomfortable with, okay? I'm getting dressed, y'all, because I got to go out. But, so if you hear a little water running, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, but one thing that you could do, right, is do things that you are uncomfortable with, okay? That's how I became comfortable with myself, starting to be comfortable with myself, is that I approach things that made me uncomfortable, right? I just, if it made me uncomfortable, I tried it. You understand what I'm saying? And those things, as I kept doing that, I started to feel good about me, right? Even with the bad things, I wanted to be able to accept me for who I was, for who I am. And when I started approaching those things head on, I started to feel good about me, okay? Like, seriously. And I think that's something that you should try. Is I would stand in the mirror and I would talk to myself as if I was a second person, right? I would have a full conversation about me with me. Okay? This shit worked. Try it. It works. But you gotta be honest and open with yourself. Okay? You can't be, putting stuff in there that's not true to make yourself feel good. You got to be open and honest with yourself about what's going on with you. Okay? And I'm telling you, it worked. It helped me in so many ways. Right? And let me tell you something. The things that I didn't like about myself, I started to want to change them. Yes. Once I talked to myself, had that conversation with myself, and I told myself exactly what was going on within me, exactly what I was uncomfortable with. And let me tell you something. I told myself what I was uncomfortable with, but check this out. I also had to admit why I was uncomfortable with it. Oh, man. You talking about, listen. Some things made me cry. Oh yeah, it made me cry. Because it was just the truth though. Right? But even some of the things that I cried about, once I finished, I felt good about me. I even felt, listen, once I finished doing that, I felt good about me. No bullshit. I did. Even though I had, because check this out. What I had done was I had been open and honest with myself, and I was willing to accept those things about me, whether they were good or bad. Okay? And some of the things, yeah, of course it made me sad or it made me angry, you know. And sometimes, yeah, I cried. Yeah, I did. But I was okay with that because it was part of growth. Growth was starting to take place. Okay? And that's why I got feelings about what, you know, about the conversation I had with myself. That's why I ended up getting feelings behind it. Because healing and growth was taking place. Okay? I'm telling you, it worked. You just got to be willing to do it. And see, that's the problem with some people. They don't want to do what it takes to heal and to become a better person. You got to take the bitter with the sweet. You know, some people want to just take the sweet stuff. You know, but no, you got to be willing to take the bitter and the sweet. Because ain't nobody perfect. Nobody's perfect out here. We all got some flaws. Shit, we sure do. And it's okay. It's okay. But you can get past that. You see what I'm saying? You can work past that. You don't have to be like that, stay like that. You can work you can you know, do the work you need to do so you can heal and get past those things. Like real talk. But yeah, that worked for me. Approaching everything head on. The things that I was uncomfortable with, approaching it head on. It worked for me. And it made me feel better that I was able to do it. Just being able to do it. Even though some of the things that I had to admit to myself wasn't good things, right? But the fact, when I sat back and I looked at the whole scenario, the fact that I even, you know, admitted those things to myself made me feel better. It made me feel good. It did. Because some of that shit I had been ducking and dodging and I ain't even want to talk about. Seriously, I ain't even want to talk about some of that stuff. But because I fessed up and I started, you know, owning up to it, yeah, it made me feel good. I shedded some tears, but also I shedded some laughter too, because I felt good that I was able to accept the truth about myself. That made me feel damn good. You know? And like I say all the time, when certain things going on with you, some of us just look at the bad, right? Don't listen. Even though it may be bad things that you may have to admit to yourself, right? Still, look at it as though, even though it's a bad thing, you can change it. You can change it. Okay? It don't have to stay bad. You see what I'm saying? But that's the problem with some of us. We wanna make other people think that we are such this good person. Okay? And that we got it all together. And let me tell you something. Ain't nobody got it all together but God. Okay? A lot of us that's walking around here in the world have issues. We got flaws and all. And the thing about it that makes some people worse than others is because they want to cover it up and they want to make people think that they got it all together. Nobody has it all together. Okay? It's just that some people cover it up. They work at covering up everything. So you don't know that they don't have it all together. You understand? The best thing that could ever happen to me was me being comfortable with being me. Okay? And not worrying about what the world thought about me. You understand? Today, it's about what I think about myself. I don't give a damn about what the world think about me. Seriously. I don't care about what the world thinks about me. Because you know what? Some of these people out here, they don't even know you. Like seriously, they don't even know you. And they have made up stuff about you and everything. And don't even know you as a person. They don't really even know you as a person. But they done made up things about you. You know? It's crazy. But that's how it is out here. That's how the world is. And that's how some of the people is out here. They'll make up stuff about you and everything. And that ain't even who you are as a person. But you got people out here that's gonna make up stuff about you anyway. And that's what I'm talking about. We gotta stop, being so caught up in what the world thinks. The world will chew your ass up and spit you out. Do you hear me? And they don't have a problem doing it. And then they created this thing that we call the internet. And if you let it, the world will chew you up and spit you out if you let it. Because these people on the internet, they get behind these goddamn keyboards and shit and these monitors, and they don't care how they make nobody feel. They are able to be who they really are and hide behind a keyboard and a monitor. So they be on attack every day. Every day they trying to attack somebody, somewhere. They attack children, everything on this damn thing. You see what I'm saying? And so, excuse me. And so you have to, you have to deal with you on a personal level. And stop allowing the world to interfere in your life. Stop worrying about what the world think about you. Okay? Because family will chew you up and spit you out. And the people who don't even know you will chew you up and spit you out. You need to deal with you. And if you are somebody who can't be alone or can't enjoy your own company, you really, really need to do some work on yourself. Like seriously. Because you should be able to be by yourself and be comfortable with that. You really should. I'm not saying you got to stay by yourself, but you should be able to enjoy your own company and be okay with that. You really should. But a lot of us can't. It's sad, but a lot of people can't do it. And that's because they got so many demons in them. They got so many demons in them. And that's why some people can't stay alone. They always got to be on the phone talking about somebody or gossiping, and different stuff like that. And I'm telling you, if you somebody and you can't enjoy your own company, that's an issue right there. That's a big issue. Because you should be able to be alone. And I'm going to tell you something. That's when miracles happen. It's when your quiet moments is when things happen. Your thoughts come clear. You get clarity and stuff when you can be by yourself. God connects with you when you are by yourself. God connects with you during those times. But some of us cannot be alone. because we too busy, them demons too busy chasing us. We got a lot of demons that's chasing us. So we can't be alone. It's hard for some people to be alone. That's real shit right there. Can't be alone because there's too many demons chasing you. I had a sibling of mine that used to wake up hollering and running, hollering and running. She used to say she seen black ghosts running and hollering, running and hollering. Yeah, that's them demons chasing her because she wasn't a very good person. She wasn't a very good person. Them demons was on her. Like for real. That shit is real. Demons was on her, chasing her. Yeah. Because she wasn't a very good person and she had done some mean things to people. I'm telling you. Let's stop worrying about what the world think and start worrying about what you think about yourself and how you feel about yourself. Because the world will have you, hey, the world will have you looking crazy and thinking crazy of yourself. You got to start, you know, we got to start learning how to be open and honest about ourselves. I use the mirror all the time to talk to myself. I ain't ashamed to say it. It helps me. Healing, growth. I elevate and evolve by doing that. Yup. Stand in the mirror and speak my truth. Whether it's negative or positive, I stand in the mirror and speak my truth. Because at the end of the day, growth happens. Growth. Me evolving and elevating takes place. Sure do. Yeah. And I don't let nothing and nobody hold me back. I don't care how somebody feel about me. It doesn't matter. It really don't. Because the way you feel, first of all, what you eat don't make me shit. You see how that go? It don't. What you eat don't make me shit, baby. So I ain't gonna be in here upset about how somebody feel about me. Please. Especially somebody that don't even know me. Oh no. No, not at all. I'm not doing that. Because that's the problem with some of us. We get too caught up in what somebody else think about us. When you should only be worried about how you feel about you. That's what should matter. How do you feel about you? Do you feel good about yourself? Do you feel bad about yourself? Like, how do you feel about you? That's something some of us need to think about. Get in that mirror. Get in that mirror and start talking to yourself. Ask yourself, who am I? How do I feel about me? Yeah. Yeah. That was a game changer for me, being in that mirror and talking to myself. Asking myself questions. Who am I? How do I feel about me? Oh yeah. How do I feel about me? Do I do bad things? Have I done anything bad to anyone? You know? Yeah. Ask yourself questions about yourself and be honest. That's the only way it works, if you be open and honest with yourself. Because I find that so many people can't do that. They can't be open and honest with themselves. That was a game changer for me when I started doing that. And I still do it to this day. Stand in the mirror and talk about myself. And you know what? Doing that made me start being able to open up and talk to other people about me. Excuse me. If any of y'all done listen to any of my videos on this channel, you will see that I have opened up a lot and talked about me. Me being a recovering addict, my heroin addiction days, different stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I open up and talk about me because I'm comfortable in my skin and I'm comfortable with who I am as a person. You know? And that's what uh makes the difference. Okay? That's why I can elevate. That's why I'm always elevating and growing. Because I do reflecting. I'm always reflecting on me. And see, that's the problem with some of us. We do reflecting, but we reflect on other people. We gossip about other people. We don't sit and look at ourselves. We don't pay attention to what's going on within our own self. And that's the problem for some of us. Start tapping into yourself. Don't worry about what somebody else doing. You know, don't worry about that. Stop worrying about what other people doing and start tapping into yourself and worrying about what you all about. See, some people take and they do everything. They be in everybody else's business because they don't want to face who they really are. They don't want to face that. It's too hard. It's too hard for them to admit, to admit and be able to face themselves. Oh, yeah. A lot of people can't do that. It's too hard for them. They cannot face themselves. You got to learn how to face yourself. Everything starts with you. Everything starts with you. And so you got to learn how to deal with you and your stuff first. How you gonna fix somebody else or anything if you ain't straight within? Come on now. What's that song Lauryn Hill used to sing? How you gonna something if you ain't right within? Come again. Yeah. Girl, you know you better watch out. Yeah, she say, how you gonna something if you ain't right within? Hey, Angel, what's that Lauryn Hill say? How you gonna something if you ain't right within? I can't remember the whole line she said. But that shit was true. Like, seriously. How you gonna do anything if you ain't right within? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna love somebody else if you don't know how to love yourself? Like, be for real. You gotta fix you first. And that's just the truth. Learn how to fix yourself. Instead of worrying about other people and talking about other people. No. Talk about your own stuff, your own shit. Address that first. That's right. That's the only way that you're gonna be able to get yourself together and start acknowledging what you're doing, what's going on with you. Yeah. Shit. Y'all better wake up and recognize. Seriously. And I have a channel. I started another channel called The Quiet Comeback. The Quiet Comeback 365. Quiet Comeback 365. I started a new channel. Please follow me on that channel because we're going to be talking about healing. Healing. Okay? I also have a journal, a free journal. I'm going to put the link in the description box and you can go get it. It's free. Okay? I have a free journal called The Quiet Comeback. It's about healing. The healing that I did to get where I'm at today. Okay? And it's free. And I'm getting ready to put some affirmations in there. Right? A book with affirmations. That's free too. And you'll be able to get that. Okay? Yeah, but yeah, it's about you dealing with you. Stop running from you. That's what some of us do. We run from ourselves because we don't want to face the truth. We don't want to deal with the truth. So we start running, hiding, and ducking and dodging. No, start addressing your stuff. And I guarantee you, when you start addressing your stuff, right, dealing with you and what you got going on within you, you're not going to have time to sit around and gossip and point fingers at somebody else. You're not even going to have time for that. Like, seriously, because it's going to take all your time for you to do you, for you to heal and go through your process. You ain't going to have time to mess with somebody else. Like, seriously. We got to stop doing that. We got to start focusing on ourselves. And stop, focusing on everybody else and gossiping about everybody else. And a lot of us do it because we trying to run from what's going on within ourselves. So if some people look at it like this. If I spend time, right? If I spend time talking about this one, that one, and the other, and spreading lies and rumors about them, won't nobody focus on me. Won't nobody think about what's going on with me. That's what you think. But then what happens is you're going to end up getting people going to end up saying, girl, I don't know how you mess with her. All she do is gossip and tell lies. That's what kind of stigma you're going to get. Girl, how you deal with her? All she do is gossip and tell lies. That's what people going to be saying about you. Or he or she. Because men do it too. Men they gossip too and talk about people. I want to read something to y'all before I get out of here. Listen to this. One of the greatest gifts you can give someone in pain is the act of listening. Learn to accept and respect the suffering of others. Oftentimes, hurt people simply don't want advice. They need someone who will listen and love them through their losses and lessons. A person who will support them through their struggles without turning them into a conversation piece is a gift. Okay? And that is so true. Woo, that is so true. Let me tell you something. Let me sum that up for people that might not understand what it's trying to tell you. Basically is learn to listen to people that's going through something. Just learn to listen to them. Don't take their story and run with it and talk about them and spread it all over the place. Okay? Because that's what a lot of you do. A lot of you will sit and act like you listening and stuff. And then when that person look up, you done went and told this one and that one and this one and that one. And you never tell the story the way they told it to you. You add yeast to it and stuff like that. You don't never go and tell it the same way they told it to you. So that's what this saying. Listen and keep your mouth shut and don't go and gossip about what somebody telling you, because they going through something. Don't run and gossip about their story, about what they telling you. Keep your mouth shut. And see, they say a person that can do this, right? It's a person who will support them through their struggles without turning them into a conversation piece is a gift. That is so true. Because if you can shut the hell up, right? And not run and tell that person business, you're definitely a gift. Because it's a lot of people that can't do it. Yeah. It's a lot of people that don't know how to do that. Just listen to somebody and not tell what the person is telling you. A lot of people can't do that. They can't wait to get out your face so they can go and tell your business. And then they're going to add yeast to it. They're not going to tell it the way you told it. But yeah, y'all, listen. Hey, I love y'all. And as always, what I'm gonna do over here is keep it real. Okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, make sure it says all, so that when I go live, you'll get notified. Okay? And I will holler at y'all on the next one. I'll holler.